Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. When I grow up, I wanna change the world. When I grow up, I wanna change the world. When I grow up, I wanna change the world. When I grow up, I wanna change the world. Clear skies and sunshine, all of this is perfect timing. Change the world, yes I can, long as I just keep on grinding. Let it shine, this a light of mine. Yeah, people hurt and people cry, we cannot stop trying. Yeah, put our brains together so we can think. Let's build something, let's move forward because we are unique. Yeah, 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 yeah. DDMS too happy, I do this for you and me.
Boy, ooh, you see that haircut? I'm still a little hoarse because I had the flu a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. But you see that cut, boy? My wife got me fresh, man. Thank you, honey. Praise God for my wife. She be getting me right. You know what I'm saying? He who finds a wife, you know the rest. And if you don't, it's he who finds a wife finds a good thing. I found a amazing queen. You feel me? What's up though, yo? Back in with another video. Smash that like button, man. A lot of things in life cost. You know what I'm saying? Them new J's gonna cost. You know what I'm saying? Them designer purses and them diamond rings gonna cost. Them diamond watches gonna cost. But it's free to hit the like button. It's totally, absolutely free. Y'all see my pimple? I've been going hard with the sugar, yo. Whenever I eat a lot of sugar, I get pimples. So I gotta slow down. My son Reggie had a birthday. We celebrated and I ate too much of that cake. And I've been going hard with the sweets, yo. So I gotta lay off of it. I generally do pretty good, but this last, since I've been sick, I've been in the house, I've been snacking and just laying around trying to get back to 100. So I was eating a lot of sweets. So you dig? So I'm gonna have to let that one come on out and do its thing, and I might find something to put on it. Recommend me some pimple stuff in the comments right now. Drop it down there. Recommend me some pimple stuff in the comments, and I might just go buy it. And if I buy it, I just may cash app you. So put your cash app in there too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, hit that like button. It's free to hit the like button. It's free to hit the like button. I repeat, it's free to hit the like button. It's free to subscribe too. So it's like twins. When you hit the subscribe button, you gotta hit the like button. You can't do one or the other. And then it's like triplets, because you gotta turn on the bell notification too. So it's like boo bye bam. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, turn the bell on. You feel me? Let me put my camera down. I don't know if it's against the law to vlog and drive, and the popo sitting on the side of the road. You know what I'm saying? But your boy up and out. I'm headed to my therapy appointment. Yes, I go to therapy every week. I alternate with my personal therapist and alternate with our marriage therapist. Not because we have a problem or not because I have a problem. I mean, the question is, who's normal anyway? But I do it because I want to prevent having a problem. Stay on top of things. Learn new ways and new tips and new tricks to do communication, to do life, you know what I'm saying? And therapy really helps with that, because I don't got all the answers. Nobody got all the answers. And if you feel like you got all the answers, you need to rethink your methodology on life, you know what I'm saying? Because nobody have all the answers. So I go to therapy every week, faithfully and proudly. And I am an open book when it comes to talking about my therapy journey, man. I'm 35 years old. Still learning new things about myself, still uncovering and unpacking things from my childhood and my past that affect why I do things a certain way today. Trying to, just figure stuff out better about me. So that's where I'm headed to, man. I am so grateful for my therapist. I am so grateful for our marriage therapist. Like, man, like I've seen so much fruit, so much growth, like so much restoration and newness just from going to therapy. You know, anybody who's against therapy, man, you know, I would question, like, have you had the right therapist? Have you did some self-seeking and you know, come to the place of where you realize that you don't have all the answers? Because if you don't realize you don't have all the answers, it's gonna be hard for you to sit down with a therapist. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna feel like, I don't need no therapist. I got it all figured out. What I need to go talk to somebody else for. I know how to handle it, all my own issues, and to be honest, you don't. Nobody does. You know what I'm saying? That's why God put therapists out here. Now, I do want to say that most times the first therapist you go to is not going to be the most congruent therapist with you. Now, rare occasions it happens where you find a therapist that, you know, on the first time you go, it's the right one for you. You know what I'm saying? Most times that don't happen though. Something going on the highway. What's that? Why the motorcycles back there? It's like a, you know, like when you got like a special person traveling up the highway, they have like these different type of motorcycles with these cops on them. That's what they were, but they were just two random motorcycles riding in the middle of the highway. Oh, it looks like it's a funeral up there. I think maybe they're keeping it. Okay, I got it. Anyway, sorry for my coughing, man. Like I said, I had the flu. But I would say sometimes you got to go through a few therapists before you find the right one. And that's okay. Any good therapist will be able to say if you guys are compatible or not after about 4 or 5 sessions. And a good one will recommend you to somebody who they feel will be a better fit for you. And sometimes that's it. Most times that's it. You know what I'm saying? Going to a therapist, and sometimes it's that therapist to help you find the right therapist. See, it looks like might be a copper or something, because they got the motorcade out here, bro. Rest in peace. Salute. You know what I'm saying? Blessings and peace be on the family, man. But yeah, man. They might have been a bike rider. That's dope. Yep, so that's where I'm headed to get my therapy on, my talking on. You know what I'm saying? And I can't say I always feel good after I leave. Sometimes I'm in deep reflection. You know what I'm saying? And I welcome that. You know, that's the only way you're gonna grow, man. I welcome that. Sometimes I feel I leave and I just feel like I'm on a high. You know what I'm saying? Because I figured out something new about myself. I figured out a new way to tackle an issue or a problem. You know, and when I think about it, man, like anybody who's in leadership, anybody who has some type of place or a platform to where they leading people, if you don't have nobody around you that you can consult in or use as advisement, like an advisement council or something like that, then look, I would question if you leading your people or your flock properly. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna be presented with things that you don't have the answers to. You're gonna be presented with things that you don't know. You might even not have knowledge about it in detail. So it's good to have people around you that can give you good godly counsel, that can advise you in the best ways possible, so you as a leader can make the best decisions. And you know, I feel like going to my therapist is one of those counsels that I can seek for and get, you know, direction and guidance on how I should handle certain things, man. You know, and it's a blessing. So yeah, if you ain't got a therapist, as you can see, I'm passionate about it. If you ain't got a therapist, I encourage you, get you one, bro. Like we don't mess around. Like we got skin in the game. We've been doing it probably about 5-6 years now. We've been going to therapy religiously. I think I've been with my personal therapist for 2 years, But before that, I had somebody else, and then before that, I had somebody else. You know, and it took me a while to get to the guy I'm with now. And then our marriage therapist, we've been with her since 2019, I believe. Yeah, 2019. So yeah, it's cool, man. It's been working. We don't mess around. I even encourage parents, if you a parent and you noticing signs of your children acting out or their communication is kind of laxing, you know what I'm saying, and you just seeing little signs of little things where you like, don't wait, put them in therapy. They got play therapy, they got therapy for youth and young adults. You know what I'm saying? Because they could be dealing with something at school or at church or wherever, at sports, that they don't quite know how to articulate to you. And it's manifesting in different ways. Could be manifesting in them acting out, them not doing their homework, you know what I'm saying? You asking them to clean up, and they moping around. It could be acting out in different ways. Get them in therapy. Don't wait. Don't wait till they 25 or 30 years old. Now they got to go back and unpack 15, 20 years of trauma. You know what I'm saying? As parents, it's our job to be able to spot that stuff and get them the help they need early, because, you know what I'm saying, most parents aren't equipped to have the tools and tips needed to help kids with certain type of depression, certain type of anxiety. But you can get them with a therapist who does. You know what I'm saying? Don't feel like you got to be that parent to alleviate your child's depression or alleviate your child's anxiety. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you can do that, more power to you. But most times, you got to leave stuff like that to the professional, and they can help you better manage it while you at home. They can give you tips and tricks to take home for your kids. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, I'm done with the soapbox. I'm done preaching, but I am passionate about therapy. You feel? Yeah. But I'm headed to my therapist now, man, and looks like I'm gonna make it on time. Sometimes I be just barely on time, man, because these days when I have to go to therapy, it'd be a lot. We have to get up, get the kids to school. Sometimes I have to finish some work on my laptop, and then I have to get my workout in. I ain't gonna miss my workout. Make my little beverage that I drink. You know what I'm saying? Gotta have my beverage. By the time I do all that, I have about 35 minutes to shower and get here. And it's like a 22-minute drive from my house, so you can see how long my shower is. I be in and out that thing, bruh. I be fresh though. Yeah. All right, I'm about to pull up now, so I'm about to get off the highway now, then I'll be pulling up in a minute, so I'll be back. I can't record my therapy session. I'll record myself walking in and leaving, and then we'll talk about what we talked about. So, peace. Really, bruh, when I'm running behind, really? Come on, bruh. You turning? Oh, thank God they turning. Let's freaking go. Oh, he letting me go. He knew he was going slow. We here, man. And I got 4 minutes to spare. Let's go. It's time to do this. Oh, let's do it. Smell good in here. Should I take the stairs or the elevator? I got some time to spare. We're gonna take the elevator. Hopefully this ain't one of them days where the elevator stopped. That ever happened to you? Elevator ever stopped on you? It happened to me one time when I was running AV at a hotel. I got on that elevator. It was a small elevator. The crazy thing is the elevator was known to have problems and give you trouble. But I was rushing, and I had to set up for an event. And I got on the elevator, and the mug said, "Doom," and just dropped. I'm like, I looked at the lady that was on the elevator with me. I looked at her, she looked at me. I was like, come on, man, not today. But that mug ended up rebooting or something, and we were able to get off. Hold on, let me check in. Hi. 11 o'clock appointment for Reginald McNichols. All right. We here, baby. We here. I always try to, before I go in, just kind of take me a couple of deep breaths and just kind of free my mind. That way, I can go in with a clear mind. And think about therapy too, if you're still on the fence. What really helped me was getting to the point to where I realized I was lying to myself to say that I could figure out some of the stuff that I was dealing with on my own. Pride will make you do that. Pride will have you telling yourself that nobody can help you. You too far gone, or I can figure this out myself. Don't let pride stop you from getting your freedom. Because ultimately that's what it is. Therapy is freedom. You know what I'm saying? You're getting the freedom you need. And it's a blessing, yo. It's a blessing to be free. Now, does that mean that because I go to therapy, I don't have no issues, or I still don't deal with certain things like self-doubt, self-consciousness, sometimes believing that you can do the task that's at hand? No. But when those thoughts do rise up and creep up, I got scriptures to combat that. I got tips and tricks and tools that I've learned at therapy to combat that, so they don't linger. Because that's what happens when they linger. That's when they get their power, when you allow them to keep lingering. And I go to a Christian therapist, so that's an even added bonus, because I'm getting scripture backing with the things that I'm learning. So don't let the thoughts linger. It's that time of the year, man. It's that time of the year. I'm vlogging my day. I won't let you guys see who I go to for my awesome therapy, but this is my view. Fish from. All right, I'll be back later. All right, have a great day. I'm walking out. It's good stuff, man. As you can see from the jubilant smile on my face, we had a good session. It got deep at times. We reflected on some things as well. But this was good, man. He was just telling me how remarkable of a man and person that I've grown into, which is a good feeling. You know, it's a good feeling, man. And it makes me feel like I'm more prepared to tackle this next season of life, whatever it is. And I got some homework today. We're doing a story bubble, and which is what I need, because shout out one of my favorite speakers, Les Brown. He's always talking about learn how to tell your story. And I know I got a good story, not being prideful or arrogant or nothing like that, but I know I've witnessed a lot of things in life. I've seen a lot of things in life, and none of that was for nothing. But the hard part about it is how can I be most effective when I tell my story? And this is an answer to a prayer, because I've been trying to figure that out, man, because my story has so many layers. Like I got layers from my childhood, I got layers from coming of age, I got layers from my teenage years, layers from my early adult years, I got layers from meeting my wife and growing our marriage. I got layers from becoming a dad. Put my emergency brake on, I had it because I'm parked on the hill. I got so many layers, and it's like, if I wanted to go out and tell my story, how do I, excuse me, that's from the tea I was drinking. I didn't have coffee today. How do I tell my story in the way where it's most impactful, where I'm able to, excuse me, I'm doggone, tea? excuse me, I ain't cutting it out either. But how do I tell my story where it's most impactful, it's most effective, and I can hit those points without having to stand up on the stage for 5 hours to tell my whole layered story. So I'm excited about jumping into this, man. Cause Les Brown said once you learn how to tell your story, then that's when you learn how to be most effective. And I know I have a story. You got a story too. So, you know, I encourage you, learn how to tell your story. Learn how to tell your story. That's how he be talking. If you haven't checked out Les Brown, check him out, man. He's like one of the reasons I am where I am today. Like he's indirectly changed my life, because I don't know him personally, but every piece of literature, every piece of digital work he's put out, I've consumed it. And I consumed it at a time where I was very much so a sponge. So I was just absorbing it. I had the time to dig into his material every day. I don't have so much time as much as I used to dig into his material, but when I got introduced to him, it was at a time where I had enough time to dig into his material, enough time to just kind of, I guess for lack of better words, leech on to his material. And it completely changed how I think, how I see the world, how I operate, all that, man. So if you haven't checked out Les Brown, go check him out, because he'll change your life too. All right, I gotta call my wife. She had a flat this morning and I didn't have time to change it, so she called the roadside assistance to see if they can come change it. Don't come for me. I make sure my wife's car is good. You know, I just had her engine tore down 2 months ago. I was out there in the front of the apartment, tearing it down, fixing something down in there. I got it all done in a day. But don't come for me, fellas. I make sure my wife ride is safe and running. It's safe for the kids, all that. So don't you come for me. And fellas, if you ain't making sure your wife's car is good, if she gotta get out and pump her gas and you sitting in the passenger seat scrolling on social media, shame on you. If your wife car down and you ain't trying to figure it out, or if you don't work on cars, you ain't trying to get it to the shop and fix it, shame on you. Like, I don't like believe in those traditional gender roles, like the man gotta go to work and the woman gotta stay home and cook and clean and take care of the kids. But I do feel like that's one thing that the man should be first and foremost trying to do. You know, if your wife or your girlfriend car mess up, even if she gotta take it to the shop, you go with her. Or even if you gotta work and she gotta take it to the shop, make sure you on the phone with her when she talking to the mechanic, you know what I'm saying? Or technician. You know, I feel like that's one of the things that us as men should take initiative to do. You know what I'm saying? Nah, when it comes to all these other traditional gender roles, like the man always gotta work, he gotta bring home the money for the family, and the wife gotta stay home with the kids and cook and clean. I don't rock with that. Me and my wife, you know, one day, you know what I'm saying, she may go to work, one day I may go to work. One day she may cook and clean, one day I may cook and clean. One day she washing dishes and one day I'm washing dishes. Or 1 week I'm washing clothes, the next week she washing clothes. Like we mix it up. Don't nobody want to keep doing the same thing over and over and get burned out. Sometimes my wife may not want to go to work, then I'ma go. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I may not feel like cooking or may not have the time to cook. I know we're in the season now where lately my wife been doing most of the cooking, but we swap it up. You know what I'm saying? I be doing the breakfast most of the time because that's the time I'm there. And then I'm gone sometimes throughout the evening. So she end up, excuse me, I told you I had the flu 2 weeks ago, so I'm still a little congested, but I'm better. You know, sometimes I do it and sometimes she do it. But that's where we at with it, man. I think I may end this video because I'm gonna go home, chop it up, edit it, and put it out. I'm trying to post every day. Please support our channel. If you see our engagement has dropped tremendously, that's because we're doing everything ourselves. No more paying nobody to do our SEO. No more paying nobody to do anything. We're doing everything ourselves. Like I said this on another video. I don't know if I'm gonna post it. I may post it and put it out, but we were paying somebody to do our SEO. And as that was happening, we were getting tons of views, tons of engagement, tons of likes, comments, and shares. And then the guy, I met him on Fiverr. And on Fiverr, anytime you try to connect with somebody outside of Fiverr, and not use them as the middleman, you get in trouble for that. So he did that a few times and they kicked him off Fiverr. And he reached out to me afterwards and was like, yo, if you still want to do work, you know, I got you. But I didn't quite trust it because he's overseas. So who's to say I pay this man hundreds of dollars to do our SEO and he just take my money and run with it? I can't find him. There's no middleman like Fiverr to refund me. So I just was like, man, thanks for the business we've done together. It's cool, I love you. So if you go back and look at our 2020 videos, our 2021 videos, we got tons of likes, tons of comments, tons of shares, tons of views because of my relationship I had with him. Like, he knew how to get the videos out there. He was posting them on blog sites. He was backlinking stuff, you know what I'm saying? Putting the videos to where people can find it on other places and come and watch it on YouTube, and it was growing. So after that happened, I ended up finding somebody else on Fiverr, a lady, and she wasn't as good as he was, but she was cool. So I gave her access to the channel and she was doing all my SEO stuff. But the engagement wasn't as much as it used to be. And for a lot of reasons. For one, we wasn't working with the SEO guy no more. And then two, I used to use Superphone, where I would text everybody on my phone, yo, I got a new video coming out, go check it out. And people would be checking it out. So I stopped using Superphone. And then we got this new lady. And, you know, I tried her out for about 4, maybe 6 months, probably longer than that. And I started learning about SEO and YouTube analytics myself. And I was just kind of looking at like the portal, the behind the scenes stuff of my analytics. And I'm just like, man, something about this isn't looking right. So I reached out to her, because I was paying her to do every SEO for our videos. And I'm like, because I was looking at like our watch time. Like our watch time went completely down, but we would have like 2,000, 3,000 views from working with her. And I'm like, how is we getting this many views? But the watch time is, when it comes to YouTube, is one of the most important things about growing your channel, because YouTube will measure how long people are watching your video. If they click on your video and watch it only 20 seconds and it's a 12, 15 minute long video, and YouTube is seeing that a bunch of people is only watching it for like 20 seconds, they're gonna be like, well, this video whack. They ain't gonna recommend it to more channels. They ain't gonna recommend it to more people. Put it on your recommended page. You know, when you open up YouTube, the stuff that's on your recommended page, they won't put it on there if they seeing that your watch time is low. So I'm like, okay, this lady, she's getting us like 2,000, 3,000 views, but the watch time, people ain't even watching the video. So I'm like, something ain't adding up with this. So it hit me. I'm like, man, this lady taking the money I'm giving her to do our SEO, and she buying views for our channel to make her services look more inflated. And I confronted her about it. Now, when I confronted her, she didn't like come out and say it, but I'm just like, this gotta be what's happening. How else can you explain us having 2,000, 3,000 views on a video and the watch time is like 20 seconds? Hold on, this is my wife. Hey honey, what's up? I'm vlogging too. So you can speak freely though.
I was calling because the guy is here, and he said it's a razor blade in the tire. He said he can fix it for $30, or he could just put the spare on.
What he gonna do? Plug it?
Plug it? You gonna plug it? He said. He said, yeah, if you get the blade out, he gonna plug it.
I can plug it. Yeah, I got a plug kit at home. I can plug the tire.
Okay, he said, yeah, just go ahead and put the spare on. All right, thank you. Alright, well, I'll be back in a minute. No way.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. You want to say hi to YouTube?
What you say?
You want to say hi to YouTube?
Hi, YouTube.
All right. I'll be on in a
When you
minute.
dealing with a tire that's gone, you know.
I was already telling YouTube about your tire being flat too.
You on your way here?
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to Boost?
We'll talk about it when I get home.
Alright.
All right, bye.
Bye.
That's a conversation I can't have on YouTube. Some new things are developing with the radio station I'm at that I'm super excited about. But I don't want to quite share it yet. I don't want to share it yet, but you will know when you know. Yep, so forgot what I was talking about, but I don't know. I'm probably not gonna do anything else with this video. I'm probably just gonna edit it and put it out for today, because I'm trying. Oh yeah, so I confronted her about it, and she said no. She was like, her exact words were like, all the views that I'm getting you, if you look at your analytics, are from the YouTube recommended pages, which was true, but I started to feel like they were bots, because if you're getting all these views from the recommended pages, people are clicking on the video, but they literally clicking right off. So it's almost like a bot is clicking on the video just to get the view, just to get that one view, and the watch time isn't going up. If somebody click on the video, they're not gonna most times click right off, especially if it's somebody who subscribe and follow the channel. We got right at 5,600 subscribers. People are not clicking on the video and then clicking right off. You never know, who knows? I don't know, but anyway, support the channel, please. We appreciate it. I'm doing everything. I'm doing the editing, I'm doing the thumbnails, I'm doing the SEO. So anything you see in the description, anything you see on the title, that's all me. I purchased this software called vidIQ, and vidIQ is dope. It's just basically a software that helps you be able to better work the back end of your YouTube. So I'm doing it all myself, and I invested in it, you know, because I believe in our YouTube. I love sharing our journey and our story, and I would hope that you would support us, please. So continue to share, continue to like, as we continue to grow our channel back up, man. And I'm not like discouraged or anything that our views and our likes and our comments aren't what they used to be. It's like, can you accept good from God and not accept the trials and the hardships that come? You know what I'm saying? When our channel was doing, you know, thousands of views a month, hundreds of comments, hundreds of likes every month, I can take that, but I can't take when our channel isn't doing the best. I'm in it for the long haul, baby. I ain't in it just when it's up. I'm in it when it's up, when it's down, when it's fluctuating. We in it. We gon' vlog and film anyway. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my grandma who started us vlogging back in the day. Like, I got videos of me when I was a kid, running around in my underwear through the house, my Ninja Turtle Superman underwear and stuff. Like, I got video that, you know what I'm saying, that captures my first hip-hop, writing my first lyrics. Like, we got all that. My grandma was proactive about making sure that she filmed our childhood and stuff growing up. So I've been filming for years. Like, whenever we go out to a party or a family function, you know, I'm the one with the camera filming and taking pictures. So I'm a film anyway. You know, whether YouTube does amazing or not, I'ma still post and vlog and put our life out there, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my grandma for really getting me started with vlogging at an early age. She had that big camcorder, the one you put on your shoulder, that you put the VHS tapes in. Ooh, I'm dating myself. I'm dating myself. I'm giving my age. If you don't know what a VHS tape is, little loves, go and Google VHS tapes. You put the VHS tape down into the camcorder, and you were able to record, and then you take that out and you pop it in this thing called a VCR. When you pop it in the VCR, you can press play and you will see what you just recorded. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my grandma for doing that when she did it. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm ending this video. My wife is calling me. Make sure you hit that like button. I love you. Peace. Well, YouTube, I said I was ending the video, but I thought I'll show you guys what I used to do in my old line of work. I was a Volkswagen technician for 6 years. and I was a school bus technician for almost 2 years. So I used to do this for a living. So this is what my wife ran over. It looks like she ran over a razor blade or something. So I'm about to take this out, remove this, plug it, and then put the tire back on. So, yep. So I guess the video's not over yet, but stick around and I'll show you once I get the tire back on. Peace. All right, so this is what we got. Looks like a, yep, piece of a razor blade. Crazy. So I'm about to plug the tire, test it to make sure it's no longer leaking, and then put it back on the car. I'll be right back. Thank you for checking out Nteg's mechanical tutorial vlog. YouTube, here's my plug kit. I've been had this kit for probably about 10 years now. You know what I'm saying? I've been out the game so long, I don't know if I can remember the names of the actual. I think this is the reamer, and this is the tool you use to actually plug the tire. Shoot, let me make sure I got some plugs. Oh yeah, I got plugs down here. Yeah, I used to do this for a living, yo. Used to do a lot of stuff like this for a living. And it's good to learn a trade, because your trade skills never go anywhere. So if you're a youth and young adult and you're trying to figure out what you want to do, in addition to you going after what your dream is, learn a trade, because that's something that'll carry you for the rest of your life. Auto technology, plumbing, carpentry, auto body, that stuff, you know what I'm saying, heating and cooling, HVAC, that stuff will travel with you for the rest of your life. And when you get your big mansion and your AC or your heat go out in the middle of the night and the repairman can't come for the next 2 days, you may be able to patch it up and get it working till he gets there, so your house won't be too cold. You know what I'm saying? So it's always good to learn a trade, even if it's something that you don't really pursue, you know, as a career. You can learn it for your own benefit. You feel me? Or you can go to YouTube University. Peace. All right, so if you never plug the tire, you get your reamer in there, you take a little grease so it can slide easy. I don't know if I can do it with one hand, but I'm gonna try. Let's see. So basically I need to take this, pull it in and out, and create a hole. Well, open up the existing hole that's already in there, which is why the tire is flat. You opening up that hole, you kind of lubricating it with the little grease you see there, and then you'll take this plug and plug the hole. Let me see if I can do this with one hand. I don't know. Let's see. Turn it a little bit, loosen it up, and then go down in there with your reamer tool. Opening up the hole so you can create some space for the plug. Now that I've done that, I'm about to get the plug. Hold on. All right, YouTube. So here's my plug. I know it looks a little gross because of the grease I got on the edge, but the grease just helped it to slide a little bit easier. Now I know for a fact I'm not gonna be able to hold the camera and push this down in the tire at the same time, because this takes a little bit of force. So what I'm gonna do is, this is gonna get pulled out. If the tire still had air in it, you would hear it, the air seeping out once I pull this out, but it doesn't have air in it. So it takes a little bit more force to get this in, since the tire doesn't have any air. So just for demonstration purposes and not having enough hands, I'm pulling this out, and this is going in. Once I get that in, it's gonna have a little bit of tail sticking out, and I'll cut that tail off. I got my air pump in the house airing up. I got my air compressor in the house airing up, and I'll come back, air the tire up, and then we'll go for a test drive so my wife can go to her doctor's appointment. So I'll be right back. So this is how it looks now that I got the plug in. Now I should be able to pull this out with one hand, and you'll see that the plug will be positioned in place, and then I'll take my angle clips. I'll take my 10 snips and cut the plug, just to make sure that I don't have any excess plug hanging out. I usually would use a razor blade, but I don't have one. I guess I could have used the one that I took out the tire. But I I want to get rid of it because it's causing me to have to do this. So bye-bye existing razor blade, but I'll be right back. I'll show you. Well, you know what? Let me see if I can get it out. Wow. So you basically just pull that bad boy out like so. And you see you got that little bit remaining right there. And I usually just take my little snips, get down low with it, and just kind of cut that off of there. Sorry, my keys are hanging. Just cut that off of there so it ain't none remaining. See how I cut that off? And now I got one more piece that I need to cut off. And then we'll air this tire up and we'll get a bottle of soapy water and test it to make sure. Bottle of soapy water and test it to make sure there's no more leaks. I can't believe I'm doing a tutorial on car stuff and I don't do this no more. That's funny. Well, if you'd like me to do more tutorials, you know what? I ain't gonna even say that because I'm not gonna do tutorials on car stuff. That's not what this channel is about. It's a family channel. But as you can see, since I'm a family man, I gotta make sure that I take care of the family van. You see what I'm saying? Yep, so I'm finna go and air this tire up and make sure that there's no leaks. And you'll see that process as well. So I'll be back in a second. All right, YouTube, I got my air compressor. Now I'm about to air this tire up. I'm gonna air it up and then we're gonna test it. See where we at. Way to go. Crew, I got the tire I aired up. My St. Louis accent's kicking in. My wife's tire takes 35 psi. As you can see, if the camera focuses, we right at 35 psi. But now, got my soapy water bottle. This is gonna tell me if it's still leaking. So I'm spraying it down with soapy water. And if it's still leaking, you'll see bubbles. So we're just gonna give it a little test, and that's basically just dish detergent and water. So we watching to see if it's gonna leak. We looking for any bubbles that would indicate any leaking of air. Ooh, I sound like I should have started me a YouTube channel back when I was automotive technician. Boy, my channel could have been at 1,000 views. Or 1,000,000 views rather. So there's no bubbles. If it was leaking, you would have seen the bubbles by now. So that's a successful plug. So now I'm about to take this tire back to the car, put it on, then go road test it real quick so my wife can get going. All right, going back on with the tire now. Had to jack it up a little bit more. It's sitting on the jack stand under there, but it wasn't high enough. So I had to jack it up a little bit more. So now I'm gonna secure these lugs. What I was taught back when I was an automotive technician was you always go in a star pattern. So bow, 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 bow to ensure that the wheel sits flat on the hub. So I'm gonna like kind of tighten them all down, but not like torque. You're supposed to use a torque wrench, but I don't have a torque wrench. So we gonna go with that icrometer. You know what I'm saying? You don't go with that icrometer. So I'm gonna kind of tighten them all up, just get them snug, and then I'll start patterning them down. Yeah, man. All right, it's hard to do this with one hand, but you get the gist. I'll be right back. All right, YouTube, I got the tire on, tight and secure. So now I'm about to go put my tools and stuff away, and then I'm about to go test drive it. So After I'm done test driving, I'm finna edit this video, bounce it down, and put it out so you can see it. All right, peace. Love you. Thank you for being on the journey with me. Thank you for watching my makeshift tutorial. And hit that like button, smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe. There we go. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you turn that bell notification on so you can see when we dropping next, which is gonna be tomorrow because we dropping every day, baby. Let's go. Road test, road test. I should have grabbed my coat, but I'm rushing. She gotta go somewhere. So, small driving good. Let's just whip around our complex a little bit real quick. And just make sure we good. And then I'm back at it. I know I said I was gonna edit the video already, but I promised y'all a road test too, so I'm road testing it just to make sure no more flats. You dig? So now I'm finna hit a whoopty real quick. Where I'm from, a whoopty is just a slang term for a U-turn. Hit a whoopty. Whoopty whoop, whoopty what? Alright. This drive's fine. She should be good. So she won't have to drive my truck no more. Not that I got a problem with my wife driving my truck, cause I don't. I just know she like driving her own car. This van still get up. This mug still get up. Back when I couldn't afford my truck, I had this little beater Nissan that I used to drive, and that mug used to go down every other day. So I used to have to drive the van sometimes. And I also used to drive the van sometimes because that mug had an exhaust leak. It used to come right into the car. And so I used to drive the van all the time. This mug still get up, this mug still get up. All right, now for real, I'm finna park the van. I'm finna edit this video and put it out, I promise. All right, love y'all, hit that subscribe button. Subscribe, bell notification, like. Boop, bye, bam, boom.